Howdy everyone, this is Tricia and welcome to my channel. So today I want to show you how I put together these two heart ornaments. I used some plastic ornaments from the Dollar Tree along with some other items that I happen to have at home. And as you can see, this one is just a two-dimensional. And then I went ahead and I did a three-dimensional with this one. So if you want to see how I put it all together, keep on watching. All right, everyone, let me just quickly show you some of the things that I have here that I want to use. I may not use everything, and then I do have some other items that are not here that I could use. All right, so I bought this packaging here. It's a long package from the Dollar Tree, and it is for plastic fillable containers. I guess you could fill them with candy or a little tiny gift or something, maybe some money. And they come with their own little strings. So there's 4 little strings here. And then they have these 4 little tags that say Happy Valentine's Day. And I thought that was really cute. And of course, you could dress them up any way you want. Now, I like the idea of dressing them up and using them as puffy hearts the way they are. They do pop open like that. Or you could use them individually since they're just going to be little ornaments. And if I'm not going to put anything in them, and they're going to end up getting hot glued together. So I could use them like the separate halves and then just make 8 ornaments if I wanted to. Maybe I have a little tree that I want to hang them from. So this is just an idea for you to know that you could use the whole thing as a, you know, one ornament or do a bunch. So we'll see what I end up doing, you guys. I'm working as, you know, this idea is going to come alive as we're working with it. All right, so let's put those aside. Now, I do want to cover them with some sort of fabric. You don't have to, but I would like to do that. And I do recommend using something that will stretch over them, maybe even like a nylon or... by the way, I went to a local craft store and I did find them these in clear, so you might want to look for them in clear. Sorry, at Dollar Tree, they only had them in red. I don't know if they had them in clear or your Dollar Tree will have them in clear. Anyhow, I want to use a fabric, so I did find this at Dollar Tree because I was trying to find everything at the Dollar Tree. And they had this 1-yard roll of this velvety ribbon, and it does have a little bit of stretch to it, but it's not enough to encompass the surface of, you know, the hard half here, you know, because I do want to tuck in behind here. So I thought, well, you know what I'll do is I'll use it in 2 pieces like that, one here, and then use another piece, you know, on the bottom half. And then I could just decorate the center line here where they connect. So that's what I'm going to do. And I grabbed these in 2 different colors right here. This is more of a hot pink here. And this is from their Valentine's section, by the way. And speaking of a ribbon that I would like to use, I found these in the regular floral crafting aisle. And I found this ribbon. It's got a little satiny ribbon underneath, but then it's got this sort of like velvety center. It's so pretty. And then I found it in a little bit wider in this paler pink. I thought that would coordinate really well with that one. And I could use a darker one on this one. So we'll see what ends up being used. We'll see what looks best. From the Dollar Tree in the Valentine section, I also grabbed these rose petals. Again, I don't know if I'm going to use them, or maybe instead of using fabric, I could use petals to cover the whole heart. So we'll see. We'll just do the different little ideas here from their Crafter Square area. Let's hold this like that so you can see that. I grabbed these little flowers. This one has pink and some orange, but I could use the pink ones if I so desire to use them. This is just, like I said, I'm having some items here that I might use. I don't think I'm going to use everything. And then I also have a box of rhinestones off to the side with some sequins that I may pull from. I did have these that I quickly grabbed. I also have these packages of these sort of adhesive rhinestones. Now these are from the Dollar Tree, and when you pop it open, where's the pop open piece? I don't know where it's at. Anyway, it's not actual rhinestones in there. This is more of a, oh, here's a little piece right here from a leftover package. They're not actual little rhinestones. They're just like indented in like a cut, the way they're shaped so that it sparkles. So it looks like there's a little rhinestone there, but if you look closely, there is just a little, you know, push down indentation. But I have plenty of this. I just happened to buy them so that I could use them for different projects. Other than that, I do have some stick-on rhinestones, but I also have like single rhinestones that would need to be glued on. So I have these, you know, selections here that I could choose from. I also have this type of ribbon. It's like a plastic ribbon. I was going to say metal, but it's plastic. And I got it from a local craft store, but you can find something like this on Amazon. They've had something similar in the ribbon aisle and at Hobby Lobby, but I don't know if they still do. Maybe you might find something similar to like this one at Dollar Tree. Again, these are just like little indentated shapes, so it gives off the illusion of a rhinestone. And this one is, you can see, has a really pretty figure, and it has like a little tiny heart on there. I don't know if you can see that there, but it's really pretty. And these, you can cut them individually, a strip, 2 strips, 3, whatever you want to use, and cut it to size. This one as well. So I think we'll use some of these. I do like this, and I do like the idea of putting some rhinestones. I'm not sure about the petals or the little flowers yet, but maybe I'll create something separate. And again, I don't know if I'm going to use this, do this as a puffy heart, because I'm now starting to like the idea of just using half. And they both have the little loop on here, so then I can hang them. And by the way, I don't think I'm going to use the ribbon or the little threading rope, whatever you want to call it, that they provided, because I do have this thinner one. It's white with the silver, and I kind of like that best instead of the red with the white over there. So that's it. Now that you've seen the possibilities of what might get done here, since I don't really have a set plan of how this is going to go, you're going to see it in action. So with that being said, let's get to crafting. All right, let's start off with one of these, and I want it to go down the center. And because I am going to put something on top, I'm going to go ahead and put some glue. And I've got my hot glue gun going. Of course, you could use just a different type of glue. You don't have to use a hot glue gun. So I'm just going to put a little line of glue, a thin line, so that I can get the edge down. And I want to make sure I have enough to overlap on the sides, like that. And now I can cut this other side long enough, so I'll make sure that I have enough ribbon. Okay. Now, if you want to do all of these with this type of ribbon, you're probably going to need to buy more than just one roll. I need more glue. This is not enough. It's drying for me. So do a little bit at a time. Okay. Now on the other side. So, okay, now I want to get it down the center here, but I don't want it to, let's go ahead and, let me get a small scissors. Okay, so I want to push this in as far as I can so I can see where it's going, and then I'm going to just trim the ribbon so I can kind of bring it around that little loop there. See, I'm just kind of stretching it over and around that little loop like that. So let's go ahead and put some glue there so that ribbon sticks down. There we go. I'll use the little scissors here. Okay, so now we want to glue around the top edge of this heart and shape, or half the heart, and then we'll do the other side. And because this has a little bit of stretch, I am pulling on it, and that kind of helps reduce the creases. So just stretch it. Don't stretch it too much that you end up pulling it from here. Okay, so now that I've got it stretched, I can, and once it's dry, what you're going to do is you're going to trim off some of this. And I have an idea now what I'm going to do to the back of this. So we don't see that. Okay, so let me go ahead and do the other side here. And then we want to do the bottom half. Look how nice that wraps around. Okay, so we want to do the bottom half, but let me trim some of this ribbon fabric. I don't really have to, it'll just be poked in, but I'm going to go ahead and do so, just to try and do a neater job, okay? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and glue those edges in again to try and have, oh, let me try using my little silicone finger thing, protectors here. I like this. All right. Okay, let me do the bottom half. Do a thin line of glue so it doesn't squeeze out and then smear over here. I had a little bit smear out right here, but again, I am going to cover that, but still, you know, try to do this as neatly as possible. Okay, I'm going to stretch it downward to the tip here. Get that down on there. Okay, when you put it on the tip, be careful. I put a little too much, and so when I'm stretching my fabric, see I got the little stretched out bits right there. That doesn't look very nice. So just try to be careful with that. I'm going to repeat this on another piece with the other color of, oh, I wanted to trim this first, with the other color of ribbon. So I'll remember not to do that and just put a little bit less glue, because we're going to turn this over the edge here. Okay. And it's going to get glued on the inside anyway. So just use as little bit as you can, right? Especially right there. For some reason, that just doesn't look right. Okay, let's get some glue in here. Okay, so I want to do that with the other one as well. And then I've got an idea to put something back here. So this doesn't have to be open like that, or actually it doesn't look so bad like that. Just need to put a little bit more glue right here. All right. All right, so I'm back with both of these covered with the velvet ribbon. And I went ahead and I tried using these petals to decorate another half, which I have right here. And you guys, I like the idea, but I don't like it on the heart because you don't see the shape. This would work really great on a round crystal, you know, or plastic ornament ball, which if you have any left over from Christmas, or if you have a styrofoam ball, this would look really great. The way that I started it is I put the center one first, I glued it down, and I grabbed a petal. Let me grab a nice one here. And then I just put, because it has like a certain shape to it. So this is the back, and I put just a little bit of glue on the back, what would be the vein of a leaf or a petal. And then I glued it down the center, and then I did two, and then another two, and I kind of fanned my way out this way. And then I thought, you know what, they should be overlapping, the front should be overlapping the other one. So then I decided to start on the edges to build this way, or not the center one, but these two, and then the center one. And then on another line, another two, and then I did another three, and I put one in the middle. And, you know, I just kept doing that till I got to the very end where I put one there. And that's what I have. But like I said, I ended up not liking it because it lost the heart shape, although it looks really pretty. I mean, you know, the petals look really pretty. So I think this will work on a round ornament. So if you have some of those, you could certainly do that and you know, use them for Valentine's Day. If you have a little, like I said, you have a little tree you're keeping up, maybe your pine from Christmas, and you want to just change the decor. Use your tree if you don't want to put it up, or if you have already, pull it back out. Or just grab a smaller one or some other little, they have those wire trees, you know, they're just wires that are coming up. You can hang them from that. Okay, now we want to go ahead and finish decorating these pieces. So I want to put a ribbon going across it like that, and just a little bit overlapping to go inward in here on the edges. So let's go ahead and put this color on this lighter pink. Again, I'm just going to use my hot glue gun and just a little bit of glue. And I can't express more that when you do put your little velvety ribbon, if you're going to use that same ribbon I'm using, or really any stretchy fabric, be careful. Put a little bit at a time. Don't stretch it too much, especially with this velvety ribbon. It's not the best quality, so you will get, you know, little bald spots. So once you've glued it down, that's it. Don't try to adjust it, which that happened to me again over here, and I tried adjusting it, and look, I have little bald spots where there's no velvet there. So try not to do that. And see, I could have, when I put this one here, I could have pulled it up this way instead of gluing it down there. So I have a little crease, but that's okay. It still looks pretty. All right, this is only going to overlap a tiny bit, so let's go ahead and trim that off. And when I was doing the red one, I did it the way that I did the front, the top part of this one, the same way. But then when I decided to do the bottom part, I didn't put glue on the outside here. Went ahead and I put glue in here, and I pulled this in there first, and then I just put glue in here and pulled it all inward and glued it all on the inside, so that if I did have to do any adjustments, I wouldn't have those little bald spots. But I would just accept, you know, whatever little crease you end up with. Don't try to fix it. Okay, we'll do that. And then I'm going to use this one, even though I thought it was a little too wide, but it still looks pretty. And then just lightly place it on there. Make sure you have overlap for the back. Just a tiny bit here. And then we'll just glue the edges inward. Let's see. I want to put something in the back to kind of just enclose it, just to give it a more professional finish. And sometimes when the ornament is hanging, it might twirl around a little bit. So let's put something in the back. All right, so I have these foam sheets that have a glittery coating to them. Now, you could get these foam sheets and they would just be plain. They'll work just as fine. But some of these are a little too soft. This one's a little firmer, so I kind of like the idea of using that. I had a little bit of this black one here, so maybe I'll use the black. I think I'll use the silver. I do have pink down here, but again, it's this more flimsy one. It's not quite as thick as the, you know, these other ones. And I got a lot of these thicker ones. I got them from a craft store here. And I know that I got these, this one, the white here, and this one, the softer ones, I got them from Hobby Lobby. So just look at them, and I think the soft ones will work just fine, but I think a sturdier one would be better. So I'm going to use the silver, but I'm going to see how this black one looks, just so you can look at that. What I want to do is I want to glue it, and I want to have the glittery side up, of course, and then I can just trim once I have it on here. So I'm going to look for the closest to the edge as I can to glue it down. So let's try the black one on this one. And the reason that I'm going to the, I mean, this is a small piece of foam, so it doesn't matter. But if it was a big sheet, and I know that I can get multiple ones on there, I want to save as much of the foam and use as much as I can. So obviously I wouldn't put it right in the center. I go to the closest edge as I possibly can. See, like that. Let's not forget that we have that little bit there. So I want to cut down there first. Get that out of the way. I should wait till the glue dries. I see a lot of people, this is why I mentioned the part about putting the heart down as close to the edge as you can. And so I see a lot of people working with fabric or something, and they're going to cut something out. They get a big piece of fabric like this, and then they put their pattern or whatever they're going to trace right in the middle, and then they cut it out from there. And I was thinking, like, well, why don't you go to the edge as close as you can? That way you can draw as many as you can and try to save as much as that fabric or, you know, this particular product, this foam is. Why don't you try to save that? So that's why I'm saying save this, because even though I'm only going to have this little piece might work for something else. And instead of me wasting most of this, or, you know, a big sheet like that. So that's why I happen to, that's why that particular, I'm telling you that from that reason, is for that reason. Oh my goodness. I just said a lot without really saying much. Okay, so I'm just going to continue cutting around, and then I'll do the other one with the silver. It doesn't really matter if it's silver or black or what color it is. Alright, so there's that one done. Looks pretty with the silver backing. Now, I was thinking about something like, what if I, instead of putting the ribbon, if I had put that little trimming that I told you that it's just looks like rhinestones, but it's not. I think, you know what, I'm just going to sacrifice the whole thing and just remove this whole bit. Okay, gently move it. Oh, there we go. Oh, that came off easily. And yes, there's lots of glue there, but we're going to cover that up. Okay, let's get rid of this. And I want to use that plastic trim. Okay, I want to use this one because it has these little hearts on it. And is one enough to cover all that glue? Yeah, let me trim a little bit of that glue like that. Okay, pretend this didn't happen, okay? I mean, why didn't I think just grab another hard half and cover that? Okay. Let me go ahead and use, do I want to just use, let me cut one row and see that's enough. If not, I'll cut another one. The only thing is that when you cut these, you do have these little threads that are, everything's on these little threads, right? And you're basically cutting through the little threads to separate it. So then you have those little tiny little threads on it, so then you kind of have to go with little small snippers, little scissors, and try to remove as much of those little threads, little ends, to clean it up. If you don't mind it, don't worry about it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and glue this on and try to be straight about it this time. And I'm trying to see if this ends. Yeah, it ends where I can cut just one of these off. So let me start off on this end rather than starting somewhere in the middle. Let's put the glue on the actual bit here. It's going to go like that. And I'm just going to put glue dots on the back of this so that I don't put it somewhere on the fabric, and then when I put this down, it's like in between the little plastic pieces, and then you'll see the glue. So we're pretending that that other glue that's there is not there. Okay, going straight. Yeah, sort of, kind of. All right. And you don't have to put it on every one, just try to get it. Especially on the last one, you want to get it on there, the first one and the last one. And I can just trim this little last piece off. That's okay. Look at that. That looks pretty. Look at that, you guys. And you can't tell that it's two pieces. It's just like that. Okay, let me go ahead and cover the back, and then I shall be back. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and use that same silver foam that I used for the other one. All right, so that's done. So now I want to continue decorating them, and I want to take some of these adhesive rhinestones. I had the other one from the Dollar Tree, but I like little rhinestones, actually, I think, for the edges here. Let's see. Let me grab the other one. Okay, so I'm looking at things. I do like this one as well. Maybe this was on the edge, but I really like the rhinestones. So I'm thinking, what if I was to put like a thin layer of this one down on the edge? That looks pretty. Kind of like this one more than I would the rhinestones. But let's see. Let me go and try this. I don't know how much I need to go all the way around, but I'm going to do 2 strands wide, and I'm just going to cut down without trimming it off of this whole piece yet. I'm just going to cut like that. Let me move this out of the way. All right, let me kind of measure. So if I was to do that double, yeah, so I need to cut a little bit more, like an inch. I'm going to cut down more than I think I need, which is right about here, and then just cut a little bit more just to make sure. All right, or leave it on here, don't cut it off, glue it on there, and then trim it, as you know, so you don't waste. All right, let's go ahead and get that out of the way, and we're going to hot glue this, making sure the right side is up, the one with the pretty sparkle. And again, you don't have to use hot glue. You can use another glue that will adhere. Okay. Make sure that I align it with the edge here. That's going to cover a lot of stakes here. I already like the way this is looking, by the way. I like it. All right, I'm going to work my way all the way around, and I'm trying to get the glue on this little edge where the foam is. Oh, you guys, I am loving this. Okay, since I know it's going to end right there, I'll go ahead and trim that little piece. I could use it on another one, that little piece. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. See, I did in front of that little loop because I'm going to cover that anyway. Oh, that looks so pretty. Look at that. Let me do a little bit more on the other one. Oh my goodness, I really like the way this looks. And if you wanted to do it double, actually that looks kind of cute. Let's, you know what? If you find the clear ones and you do this and then hot glue this on here first, right? Oops. Well, not first yet, but my idea was like, what if you would have put something in here, like a little figurine, a tiny little charm or something, glue it in there, and then you would then cover it by hot gluing it, and then put the trim so that it encompasses both edges. Maybe cut 3 strands width so that you make sure that some of it, you know, gets on the edge of this. Oh my goodness, wouldn't, oh, like a picture. A little picture in there. If this was clear, not red, that would work so nice. Maybe I'll put something in there anyway, even though it's red. I'll see if I can find something. All right, let me go ahead and let's go on with this one here. All right, you guys, so I went and I pillaged through some things. And I was also grabbing these little flowers from this packet. I thought that would be cute to throw them in there. If you want to hot glue them on, you know, maybe a few of them on there. And then let the rest of them kind of just be loose in there. Or maybe some sequins or some confetti so that when you cover it up. Or even some glitter, you know, so that you kind of have like a little bit of a shake-up thing. That'd be cute. Besides these little flowers, you could take petals, and I would put them in here. Make sure they fit in there. You know, do it nicely so that when you turn around, they'll look nice on this side. I'm just throwing them in there for now, just to give you the idea. And then you could, you know, oops. Let's do this again because this one little petal does not want to cooperate. So you'd have it like that. Put glue on it, and then you'd want to put it down on here. And then of course you could then put this trim to make sure that it also encompasses the edge of this. And then you have some pretty pebbles, some pretty petals in there. And it doesn't look bad with the red, actually. That looks kind of cool. If this was red, I guess. I didn't see this velvety ribbon in red. But that's not bad, actually. The hot pink and then the red on the other side. Okay, so that's an idea where you could fill it up with something. Or like I said, maybe a little photograph, maybe put some little rhinestones around the photograph. You have those little tiny wallet-sized pictures. You could find some old brooches. This is not anything really cheap, but if you found something cheap, inexpensive, here's another idea of a brooch. Now, like I said, I definitely would want to do this with a clear one because then you could see it really nicely in there. I don't know if you can even see that. I mean, I can see it in person. Just a brooch in there. Oh, that would look so pretty. Little inexpensive brooch. If you have some somewhere. I have this little cameo. Also, that would be cute in there if it was a little bit bigger. Okay, so what I did is I also found in my stuff here, which is nice stuff. I don't know why I have these little plastic combs, little crowns. They're just those little inexpensive. I don't know why I got them. I got a gold one and I got a silver one, and they also have the same indentation as some of those, as these things here, where they're not rhinestones in there, or even a fake rhinestone. It's just a little indentation to make it look like there's something there. So anyway, I took one of them and I thought the silver one, and I removed the little comb because I don't need it, and I've had this for a long time, never used it. So I think I'm gonna hot glue that on there. Kind of give it a dimension just so we can have an ornament like this done. So I'll put some glue on these little tips here because obviously I don't want to glue the edges down because then it's going to be laying, you know, flat like that, and I want it to be like this. So I'm just going to glue it down like that for now. And then I'll take some, just for funsies, take some of these rhinestones. And, oops, they're sticking to me now. A little dot of glue here. Well, let's put it on here. Use some tweezers, guys, okay? Don't do what I'm doing. Wow. And stick them on there if you want, so that when you put this on there, you can see that cute little item in there. Oh, it's gonna look cute. I think the rhinestone's not glued on very well. So let me do it this way. Put the glue on here. What's making it difficult for me is because this is a little sticker, and that little sticker keeps wanting to stick to my finger. And it's hard to maneuver it to go where I want it. That one's not. See, it's coming off very easily. And this is a glittered surface. It doesn't stick very well. Okay. Now, are those little rhinestones needed? Absolutely not. But I'm going to do it because I can. Oh my goodness. Let's put the dot on here again. You guys, I got these little stickers for my nails. I got them there from the Dollar Tree. And they got little rhinestones on them. And they had like a little silver edge, but because my nails are really short, when I cut them, I had to trim them to the size of my nail. It doesn't have that edge anymore. Okay, I don't know where the other little rhinestones flew. So there we go, just like that. That looks really cute. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put this on there. And then I'll put more of that trimming on the edge to cover this edge of this. And I'm just putting little dots like that all the way around. Get rid of those webs. Okay. And line it up. Get it on there. Nice. All right, so let's go ahead and put another little edge here of the same little rhinestones. Maybe I'll do a double strand again. Okay, so I'll do that. Okay, so now I want to do this one here. And again, I was looking through my stash and I had this cute little item here that I could put on here, but this is a little hefty, better quality item, so I don't want to use it here. But I did have this other buckle that has, again, that same faux indented to make it look like rhinestones. And this is a little buckle, and this would have been cute if I'd have thought about it, because I could have put this ribbon going through here and then down so it would actually get captured in there. But now it's too late because I'm not going to pull this off and take this off like I did the other one. But I do want that look. So I'm going to see if I can cut this off with my big wire cutters here. Just break it off. And the other way. Let's see now, over here. Ooh, I was able to cut it off. You see a little bit of the plastic here. Maybe using I can't think, you guys. Oops, a little bit of sanding paper. I was thinking if I kind of slid that underneath, but no, that's going to mess it all up. So I'm just going to pretend that that worked and put that on there. Oh, besides using this, I also had this cute little charm here that looks really cute, little heart. Or this one, or what do you think? Should I use that one? It's got this little loop here to hang, little charm to hang it from something. It's a nice material. Oh gosh, now I don't know what to do. If I put a rhinestone there and then put this around it, but the thing is, what do I do with that little loop? Or should I put a rhinestone on that little loop? I have bigger rhinestones, so this is not actually, that works. Let's do that. Let's do that just because we can. All right. Because I was going to put this on here and then I'm thinking, do I have anything that can go around? I mean, I could put little rhinestones on there individually, you know, and create a bezel. Oh my God, that looks so pretty. Okay, let's do that. Let's put, I don't know if this is going to hold on very well because it's like a little metal. But just to give you all an idea. And maybe you can find little plastic ones. I have some wooden ones. I just remembered. Oh no. Yeah, I'm going to use this. And I'll show you the wooden ones. Okay. So I got these from the wedding aisle at Hobby Lobby. Little wooden hearts, and I use these during Christmas. That would look really cute too. Of course with a smaller rhinestone because it's too small to go around that particular one that I put on there. But that looks really pretty. So to finish that off, I can put a little rhinestone there. And this size, I think, oh here's a single one. I'm just going to stick it on there. Oh, you know what, let me look. Yeah, I'm going to use that. Let me just glue it on with a hot glue gun. Okay, so I'm back and I've done that. That looks really pretty. And this is just a half one. This is a whole puffy heart. I was wanting to put this little rhinestones here, but this is not a long enough strand. So I think I'm going to have to go down the other way. No, because let's just go ahead and make a little patch of rhinestones. All right, let's go ahead and put this. Little bits here and there of glue. Oh my gosh, these things want to stick down on my fingers. Okay. And I want to do another line underneath as well. Just because why not, right? Okay, and then I just need one more rhinestone. There we go. Okay, let's grab another strand. There. Oh, that looks so pretty. Okay. Let me go ahead and the same that I did to this one. some glue gun will help remove some of that glue. On the edge here, I need to do something on here, and I was just now realizing I have gold on here. So, do I have anything in gold that I can use here? I don't think I have these in gold. Let's see. Guys, I don't have gold, but I do have a pearl, and now I want to take that rhinestone off and put pearls. I did have these little gold things, but they're not very many, and I do have gold rhinestones, so I'm going to take this, put little pearls on here on this edge. Does that look pretty? Why, yes it does. Okay, but I need to hot glue it on. All right, and then I think I'm going to take maybe this little thin. No, I don't have enough of that. I think I'm going to leave it like that with the silver, because that kind of gives me these different colors on here. All right, let me go ahead and work on this where I put these pearls. All right, I'll keep working till I get it all the way around. Okay, you guys, I am adding some more of these little pearls. I thought they look really pretty. And I'm making this a little more ornate. I did do double rows of pearls here. And then I decided to put some on the middle of the ribbon here. So that's what I'm doing, finishing up now. But I decided to peel the little pearls off of the little adhesive that they're on, a little tape, because they're giving me a big old problem. So I am going to advise that when you do this, use a, like an Aleene's tacky glue or something else to adhere all these things, because if you're working on velvet, oh my gosh, if you move it just a tiny little bit, it's really hard to adjust because it pulls off the little fuzzies of the velvet, which is what happened here. I had a little drop of glue fall there, so then I decided to cover it with a pearl. But I'm actually liking that. This little metal thing, I would suggest again, use something plastic, something inexpensive for these little ornaments. I don't know where I got that from, but it's a little heavy and it's fallen off a couple of times, so I've had to glue it back down. So obviously the hot glue gun is not good for that. So just try to use something else, some other glue and some other, embellishment. And you want to take your time to add rhinestones around that one big rhinestone and create a bezel that way. Do so. There is a little tool that you can use to pick up rhinestones, and I have one, but I don't know where it is right now. Anyway, this is what I have so far, and I think that looks really pretty. Here's my other one. All right, so I finished this one off with a little bow on the top that took me a while to make. And that's the little ornament. I think it looks really pretty. And here's the other one, and I'm going to go ahead and just use some little rhinestones to cover that little bit up right there, because that other ribbon that I have is a little too thick, and I struggled a little bit to do the bow with that thickness, so I don't want to grab the other one. And I'm just going to grab two of these little rhinestones and stick one on each side so we don't see that little plastic loop, which isn't hurting anybody, but I'm going to cover it with a little rhinestone. And there are my finished ornaments. Remind you of this one. Looks cute. I love that idea. And then this one over here. Again, it is just one-sided on this one. I think that looks really pretty as well. And of course, you can get more ornaments out of that one little pack. So if you buy that pack of 4, you'll make 8 ornaments, and then you don't have to worry whether they're red or what color they are, because they're only $1.25 for 4 of them there at Dollar Tree. So if you want to save some money, not have to go looking for clear ones, unless you're lucky enough and your Dollar Tree has clear ones, then I'm going to suggest that you use the clear ones. All right, everyone, I really enjoyed making this, even as long as it took me to do it, even with all my little mistakes and getting glue all over my fingers and everywhere. I really did enjoy making these. They were very relaxing to do, and it's just an idea. So I'm going to give myself a big old thumbs up, and I hope that you too will give me a big old thumbs up. Like I said, leave a nice comment down below and let me know what you think of this idea today. And if you haven't already subscribed and you're enjoying the content of my video, I would like to invite you to view more of what I have on my channel. And so please subscribe down below, and also choose all in the notifications so that you get notified as soon as I upload a video. I want to thank everyone for watching. Thank you for supporting my channel. As always, enjoy.